Microphone's on. Good afternoon, everyone. Lance Mechanist here, bringing you the third video of our Tier 3 showcase. And, as promised, as promised last time, the night before last when we did the British, now we've got the Japanese Navy all sorted out. About the only section I still do not have all the Tier 3 ships left is the Russians, and I'm going to have to grind on that one to get the Komsomolets cruiser, carrier. So, alright, so, first off, we're starting with 4 ships. The first ship you unlock is the Kuma cruiser. Next in line is the destroyer, the Isokaze. Continuing from the cruiser, you unlock the destroyer from the cruiser line. You also unlock the battleship from the cruiser line. Well, the destroyer is a continuation of the Tier 2 destroyer. The Tier 3 battleships you unlock on the Tier 3 cruiser line. Okay. And from the Tier 3 battleship line, you unlock the Tier 3 carrier, the Hosho. And the battleship is the Ishizuchi. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay. We're going to start off, as usual. Going to go over the stats of each ship. One ship at a time. That way you don't get bored. And then we're going to take each ship into 2 battles. One versus the AI, and one versus PvP. Alright, so the first ship we've got is the first one we unlock is the Tier 3 Kuma class cruiser. We've got Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto as our commander. His skills, base skill is right through, which increases the cruiser's armor penetration. First skill is no fly zone, which boosts our AI. Second is before it's too late, which increases our torpedo detectability, incoming detectability. Third skill is, let's see, it's fortified, but I might change that to punch through, since fortified at the moment only does minus 1% damage. Yeah, I'm going to change that to punch through. Fourth skill is steer clear, which affects the rudder shift time and the steering gear repair. Let's see. Yeah. And his inspiration is the Italian Inigo Campione, which reduces damage to the ship by 1.8%, so almost 2%. Okay. Nope. Wrong selection. Okay, the Kuma's loadout. She comes equipped with high explosive shells, armor piercing shells, and torpedoes. She's got 3 consumables. She's got a damage control party, which is infinite, a sonar detector, which has 2 charges. This allows acquisition of ships and torpedoes, even those located in smoke, so it's very useful against destroyers. But the let's see, it boosts torpedo detectability to 2.5 kilometers out. Detection of ships is 3.5, which sadly is well within range of most torpedoes. Duration of 90 seconds, reload time of 180 seconds, so 3 minutes, and 2 consumables. We also have a catapult fighter, which is going to protect us in the event we've got enemy aircraft like carriers. We've only got 1 though. Consumable duration 100 seconds, so it's got 100 seconds of flight time, 1 minute and 40 seconds, and 80-second reload time. But we ain't got to worry about reload because we got only 1 slot for 5 boosters. Let's see. Wait a minute. There we go. Slot for the flag, a slot for camouflage. Take a look at her stats. Hit points are pretty good. 24,200. She's got an armor range between 6 to 65 millimeters. Her artillery is pretty good as well. She's got 7 single mount 140 millimeter cannons. That is a big caliber cannon for the cruiser. Has an effective range of 12.6 kilometers, a reload time of 6 seconds, a turn time of 21 seconds. Maximum HE damage is 2400 with a 10% chance to set fire. Maximum AP damage is 2781. So 2781. So pretty good damage there. Again, that's probably also with our commander's skill affecting it. So, yeah. Anyway, torpedo launchers. She's got 4 twin mount torpedo launchers, 533 millimeters. 2 starboard, 2 port. Reload time of 42 seconds, a turn time of 6. Maximum damage is 10,833. Detectability at 1.2 kilometers. Their range is 7 kilometers, so a bit farther out. And their speed is 57 knots, which is very impressive. Her AA defense. Now, this also may be because she's upgraded, because as you can see, I have gotten to tier 4 with the Japanese carrier cruiser line. Let's see. Let's take that off right quick. Okay, so she starts off with 4 AA mounts, and adding the hull, the B hull, doubles the AA firepower. Let's go ahead and install that back on. Her AA defense, she's got 2 single mount 13.2 millimeter Type 93 machine guns. 13 millimeters is actually a larger caliber than the 12.7 50 caliber Browning. So yeah, and she's got 6 twin mount 25 millimeter Type 96 Model 1 AA flat cannons. The 25 millimeter, I believe, if I'm correct, was actually what the Japanese mainly used as AA defenses during the Second World War. This actually, in a way, hampered them, because American AA, we had the dual-purpose 5-inch gun. We also had the 40 millimeter Bofors cannon, and our 25 millimeter was the Orkalon machine gun. But yeah, 6 twin mount 25 millimeter cannons. The machine guns do a damage of 5 per second, 1.2 kilometer range. The cannons do 32 damage per second at 3.2 kilometers. Maneuverability is excellent for a Japanese, especially for a cruiser. It's the Japanese; they love being maneuverable. Max speed is 35.5 knots. Turning radius is 640 meters. Rudder shift time is 5.3 seconds. Concealment is about the same for a cruiser. Or, well, actually, I want to say it's about the same for a cruiser, but it also looks to be slightly lower, it's in the ballpark for cruisers. Detectability range by sea is 9.9 kilometers. After firing, main gun is 12.6. If you're on fire, is 11.9. Default detectability by air is 5.9 kilometers. 8.9 after firing main gun, and 8.9 when on fire. 8.7 main gun. As usual, guaranteed detectability is 2 kilometers. You're right on top of them. Detectability in smoke is 4.2 when firing. Okay, let's take a look at her armor right quick. As you can see, she's got 4 subsections of armor. First off is the fore and aft end armor. Let's see. Bottom is 15 millimeters for the fore. The hull plating, that's the sides of the ship, 10 millimeters thickness. The deck is 10. The fore end athwart ship, the bulkhead door, that's 10 millimeters. The aft bottom is 15. Aft end plating is 10. Aft deck 10, and she doesn't have an athwart ship, looks like. Okay, So pretty much 15 for the bottom, 10 everywhere else. For superstructure, again, light armor, as in light blue. Let's see, conning, except for the conning tower, the command area. Let's see, conning tower bottom is 13 millimeters. The side is 51 millimeters. The top is 25 millimeters. So let's see. Actually, that's a pretty. Yeah. Let's see. Can't really see how big of a mark that is, though. Looks like a small wedge. That's basically just a sheet of metal. Let's see. Side plating is 10 millimeters, and the top side plating is 10 millimeters. So, pretty much 10 millimeters all the way around, except, again, for the conning tower, the command housing. Taking a look at her guns, you can see where she's got her guns. She's got 4 guns forward. She's got 2. All of these turrets are shielded turrets. They are not fully enclosed. She's got 2 cannons on the foredeck, one pointing forward, one pointing aft. She's got 2 wing shielded turrets. Both of these are pointing forward. You can see her torpedo launchers amidship between the before and after the smokestacks. Hang on, let me try to zoom in here. Yeah, there we go. That looks actually a lot better. Yeah, you can see the torpedo tubes, the forward torpedo tubes there. 3 smokestacks or lifeboats. Her aft torpedoes there. You can see the catapult for launching the seaplane. She's got 2 more forward-facing guns around the plane catapult. She's got a covered aft bridge. Well, it's really exposed. But that's like an emergency bridge or docking bridge when you're docking. And 1 final cannon on the aft. It looks like she's got possibly depth charge racks there. Yeah, she's got depth charge racks, but again, we don't have submarines in Legends, so no reason to worry about it. Let's see. Other side, pretty much looks the same. She's an older design, though. This ship is an older design, though. She's been around, and of course, trademark of the Japanese ships, the golden chrysanthemum on the prow. That is the mark of the Emperor. In fact, if I'm remembering my history correctly, the Japanese battleship Yamato had one that was actually made of solid gold. And it went down with the ship when she was sunk, and of course she's classified as a war grave. But anyway, on to her stats. Let's see. She's got one positive and 1 kind of negative perk. She's fast. She's got an overall max speed, which of course she keeps up with destroyers, which according to the description is what she was supposed to do. But she's compromising. So higher caliber AP shells may overpin but still arm, depending again on how fast they're going. So in other words, shells at the end of their arc are probably traveling a lot slower. They may arm because they're traveling slower, but the faster shells might just rip through without having a chance to arm. So, in a way, being close is better with this ship. That is, if I'm understanding ballistics correctly. If I'm understanding the skill correctly. Okay, your description. A multi-purpose light cruiser that could serve as a scout and destroyer leader. Compared with the preceding class, Kuma had a greater displacement, reinforced weaponry, and increased speed. She retained a weak AA defense that was typical of earlier period Japanese cruisers. She is post-World War I. She entered service in 1920. There were 5 of her class. Alright, so we've got our boosters set. Because we're going AI, we don't need a camouflage at the moment. Alright, so here we go. First match. Bit of a hydration check. Alright, map is New Dawn. Domination. Okay, make sure that... Okay, voice channel is disabled. Don't want anyone... don't want to accidentally include someone who doesn't want to be recorded. We've got 1 battleship for each side, 2 destroyers for each side, and 6 cruisers. Okay. Gotta love the regional variant. Gotta love the regional dialect. Let's see. We got the Hawkins before us. And we are actually paired with our battleship, the Bellerophon. That is the British. I think it's actually a British premium battleship. Yeah, because the Orion is the typical British battleship. So the Bellerophon is a premium battleship. All right. Huh. Our special flag is flying above the Japanese flag. Actually, technically, wouldn't the Japanese Navy be using the Rising Sun flag? Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to catch that. So, let's keep our guns pointed to, let's see, let's cycle our guns back over here. What happened? Oh, torpedoes. Oh, we hit the Citadel. Hawkins got it. Okay, there's the Königsberg. That's the German. That's the German tier 4. Yeah, tier 4 cruiser. Bellerophon got him. Auto aim said I could get over that, but sometimes it tells the truth, sometimes not. Okay, that destroyer is going to come around the other side of this island here. So gonna hit. Yep, I'm getting some hits. Got him. Ooh, that Kuma turned right into the torpedoes of the Isokaze. Okay. We're capturing B already. And the enemy team is already wiped. Okay. That was the AI match. We'll be going on to PvP here shortly. First battle, pretty much 15,821 damage. We hit them 39 times, detected 2, incapacitated 1, sunk 1, set on fire 1 citadel hit, and got 2 defended. Let's see. That's the daily scores. Okay, next up is PvP, and yes, the arena is still going on. I'm in the top 50, but it looks like I've fallen about 74 places. I can make that up after the stream is over. Well, unless you guys want me to see the stream, but, well. Okay, PvP with the Kuma. Let's see. Really don't have any need for boosters, but I will put on some camouflage. There we go. Tier 3 type 3 camouflage for the Kuma. And here we go. Alright. Okay, so yeah. Looks like we are in a carrier match. We've got our carrier is the Japanese Hosho. Our battleship's the Dante Alighieri. We've got a division between the Guisard, Danae, and Phoenix. And we've got 3 Kumas. That's a first. And our destroyer's the Kolberg. They're no destroyers. We got the Kolberg. They got a division between the Kolberg and the Kuma. They've got 2 Kumas. Oh Lord, it's a Kuma cruiser free for all. Huh. Kuma, Danae, Phoenix, Gisano. There's the Hosho. There's the other Kuma, the Alighieri, and the Kolberg. Now, if you'll remember, I think it was actually in the British stream I did. We actually had a Kuma as an ally, and it wound up actually taking the Kraken, killing 5 enemy targets. Okay. Yep, and there's the enemy Kuma there. See. Gonna try a long-range shot, see if that works. Shells are arcing nicely. Oh yes, but he's slowing down. Trying to be a little bit careful with my cannons here. Yeah, he sailed right into that. Ooh, I hit the Kuma and the Karlsruhe. me get this thing turned around. I ain't got to worry about destroyers this time, so that's good. Okay, we can bring a full broadside to bear. Hopefully I'm aiming this correct. Shells are arcing. You can see my shells. We hit. We got one shattered and one deflected. Hang on. He's stopping, I think. Either he's slowing down or he's having trouble moving. Ooh, we've already lost our battleship and 2 of our cruisers. Good grief. And of course, I'm aiming at the darn mountain. Yeah, pretty much our entire division that headed off that way is gone. I'm going to try and mark this cruiser, the carrier, see if we can't bring him over here. Okay, they just lost their battleship, and the Danae took out the Kohlberg. All their ships are clustered at A. Okay, we got the assisted in capture. That's good. Still no sign of their carrier, though. Well, other than the dive bombers. What carrier they have? Hermes. So, yeah, they're only going to be... They got cluster bombs. Alright. Okay. Long shot, but hey, maybe it'll hit. Nope, we didn't get the name. Another Kuma did. Oh well. Yeah, that's torpedo bombers. Okay. Has our carrier moved? No, he's gone the complete opposite direction. I tried to indicate to see if the carrier would move, but instead, no, he's gone the complete opposite direction of where I had indicated. If you recall, I had tried to get him to move from his original spot here over to here, where at least we could protect him. But he didn't go with that. And now all 3 of our cruisers are heading to assist the carrier, which is under threat from what looks like 2, and I think the torpedo, yeah, the carrier's over here. Yeah, he's coming in for a dive bomb. He's coming in for a torpedo run on me. Oh. Ah, we have the Hermes. And he's just stationary. He's not moving at all. Maybe he doesn't know about the autopilot feature. Possibly. Nope, he's moving. Yep, now his secondaries have opened up. And I'm getting hammered by that cruiser. Okay, we got the Hermes. Ooh, and this Phoenix, he's gonna try and make me pay for it. Nope, I'm stuck. Yep, out of torpedoes, so. Well, Hermes it's just a flesh wound on me. Well, better the carrier than the cruiser. Still though, that was a nice little match, don't you think? And the enemy Kuma is down on health. The Gusano is still here. Oh, this Kuma is still at full health. And the Danae is doing pretty good too. Let's see if we might just be able... Yep, the Gusano just took out the Kuma. Looks like, let's see if I can see my score correct. I did 43,000 worth of damage. That ought to do pretty good. All that's left is the Phoenix up there. Let's see. I'm going to hover over this Kuma because, well... I was showcased in the Kuma class cruiser. I got sunk. Why not have another cruiser substituted? So we went from losing our battleship and pretty much almost half of our cruiser force in the first part of the game to practically what looks to be almost wiping the enemy team. We lost our carrier to a lack of communication, I suppose. They lost, and I took out their carrier. Which, that's the thing about carriers. Even if you're sunk, if you've got aircraft in the air, you can still fight. Just a little bit. You can still land a devastating punch. And the Danae kills the Phoenix. Alrighty. So, let's see. 43,782 damage done. Hit the target 78 times. 4 times with torpedoes. 78 with shells. Shot down 9 aircraft. Incapacitated twice. Destroyed 1. Detected 3. Caused flooding in 1. Defended 2. assisted 1, and shot down with our launched fighter 1. Completed one of our daily boosts. Okay. That was the Kuma class cruiser. Hang on a minute. Damn, I'm already fallen 166 places. I'm not worried about the arena right now. Okay. The next slot goes to the Isokaze, the Tier 3 destroyer. Now, as you can see, I have not played with this one yet, but I can upgrade it a little bit. Let's see. Let's go with the aiming mods, because that affects the main battery and torpedoes turning rate. Okay. So, by default, looks like her health is, let's see, 10,000, 9,000. That upgrade boosts it and also gives us one extra, it gives us one extra turret and cannon. Okay. So, let's take a look at what she's got right now. Ammunition, of course, high explosive, armor piercing, and torpedoes. Damage control party for consumable, smoke generator, and engine boost. Slot for 5 boosters. Let's go ahead and put those on. Flag and camouflage. Her stats base. This is the base. 9,000 hit points. Armor ranging 6 to 14 millimeters. So typical of destroyers. Thin armor, low health. Artillery. She's got 3 single mount 120 millimeter cannons. As you saw with the hull B upgrade, this will be boosted to 4 cannon mounts. Firing range is 8.5 kilometers, reload time 9.5 seconds, so that's a big cannon, slow reload time. Turn time of 18 seconds, so a kind of a slow traversion rate. Max HE shell damage is 1700, fire setting chance is 7%, AP shell damage is 1800. Torpedoes, she's got 3 twin mounts. These have a reload time of 36.7 seconds, a turn time of 6 seconds, thanks to our boost, our upgrade that we put on. Maximum damage is 9,225. Detectable to 1.2 kilometers out. They have a range of 7.2 and a speed of 59 knots. So same range as the Kuma's torpedoes, but these are 2 knots faster, I believe. Her AA defense is barely there. She's got 2 single mount 12.7 millimeter Vickers machine guns. 250 caliber Vickers Mark I machine guns. These do 2 damage a second. So if I'm in a carrier match, my best bet to combat aircraft is to dodge. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Maneuverability is excellent for destroyers. Well, then again, destroyers have excellent maneuverability and concealment in general. This is actually pretty good, 81. Maximum speed is 35 knots, turning circle radius 530 meters. That's the time it takes to make a complete circle. Rudder shift time is 4 seconds. I don't believe I've mentioned that before. If so, I'm an idiot. Well, concealment. Of course, with destroyers, concealment is excellent. Small ship, can sometimes barely see it. Detectability by sea default is 5.3 kilometers. This was boosted to 8.5 when after firing main guns, and 7.3 when you're on fire. From the air, you are detectable 2.7 kilometers out, 5.1 after firing main gun, and 5.7 when on fire. Guaranteed detectability is both normal and when you're in smoke is 2 kilometers. Okay, her armor. Again, 4 distinct groupings. Her fore and aft. Let's see. Bottom and hull plating is 10. The deck is 14. Her athwart ship, her bulkhead is 6, so that's thinner armor. Bottom is 10. Aft plating is 10. Aft indeck is 14. Okay, so what this tells me with the athwart ship, I think if I'm correct, the athwart ship is kind of like a collision bulkhead. I think I'm correct. I could be wrong. Next up is her superstructure. 1 shield, 6 to 14, as normal for destroyers. As you can see, this includes the forward bridge, the command tower, her smokestacks, her midship facilities, her AA platforms, and her aft bridge. Let's zoom in here. Yeah. And as you can see with her cannons, there's one aft, there's the second one. There's a obstruction there that basically it stands between the cannon and the torpedoes. You got 2 torpedo launchers there. You got her facilities. You got her smokestacks. The 3rd torpedo launcher is there, and then you got her bridge and her. Actually, it looks like her steering room is exposed. There's the wheel and the ship orders telegraph and 2 binoculars. So what, the commander's just supposed to stand in that little conical tube and bark out orders? Or, no, there's probably... Yeah, warships usually had a cruising of this type, usually had a cruising bridge exposed, and then an interior weather bridge, or battle bridge, which is inside the box building there. And then there's her 3rd cannon and the 4. Okay. Next up is the weapon armament, and again, no shielding. These cannons are completely exposed. The only kind of shielding they have is the armor that holds them to the deck. And there's 3 of them. Probably the 4th one looks like, yeah, the 4th one goes there, possibly goes there in between the funnel 1 and funnel 2. Next up is her citadel, her vital ship armor. Comes out of the water a fair bit. Athwart ship is 6. Armor belt ranges from 10 to 14. Her deck ranges from 12 to 14, and her athwart ship is 6. But the let's see. Oh yeah, the gun armor is 12, and the superstructure armor side plating and top side plating is 10. Okay. Oh, dang it. Oof. Sorry about that. Overview. Let's see. She's got her perks. She's got two positive and 1 negative. She's hidden. She's got a rapid torpedo reload, so her torpedo does reload pretty fast. Sluggish aim, below average main battery traverse speed. Close quarters combat is problematic. Developed from the Umikaze class, unlike her predecessor, Isokaze had increased displacement and enhanced torpedo armament. The ship's artillery, though sufficiently powerful, had a low rate of fire, which was typical of all Japanese destroyers. She entered service in 1917, so she is a World War I ship, and there were 4 of her class. Okay. Our commander for the destroyer is the Japanese destroyer commander Reizo Tanaka. I hope I'm saying that right. His base trait is hull crusher, which boosts our torpedo damage by 1.75%. Okay. First skill is subsurface venture. This increases our torpedo speed and relaunch speed, but hampers our destroyer main battery reload time. Second skill is look at me now. That enhances our sea detectability range, makes it harder to detect. Our third skill, let's see, is Perceptive, which reduces incoming damage by 2% and boosts our torpedo detectability range by 2%. Also shows us the direction of the closest enemy ship. Our fourth skill is Smoke on the Water, which boosts our dispersion, our smoke screen dispersion and deployment. We are not legendary. His inspiration is Admiral Albert Gleaves, an American, and his skill is From Afar, which increases our torpedo range by 2.4%. Okay, I believe that's that. Now we can start with the AI battle. Alright, excuse me a second. Alright, 30 seconds. Not bad. Okay, map is Big Race. Capture the base is the objective. Ooh, we have got a lot of destroyers here. 4 cruisers and 5 destroyers. I think it would be best if I just kept high explosive equipped for now. Let's see, we've got Isokaze. Okay, we're in a lower tier match. The only other tier 3 is the Phoenix. We've got 1, 2, 3, 5 other players with us. Then we've got 3 AI with us. Romulus, Wakatake, Campbellton. Yeah. Alright, so here we go. Kind of funny how the destroyers have like a steam whistle, while all the other heavier ships have like a foghorn, basically. Okay, thanks to one of our commander's skills, we're seeing the range of the closest enemy ship. That is going to be the Gusano there. He is 8 kilometers out. What I'm going to do... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, and we got a Wakatake there. Gonna fire some high explosives. See if I can't do some damage here. What the hell? Ooh. That was close. Well, we got him with the torpedoes. Alright, I'm going to deploy smoke. Yeah, he just continued sailing right into it. Reload time. Come on. Where's my reload? Got, okay, that's the Gusano down. Oh, I'm at the edge of the battlefield, aren't I? Hang on a minute. Gonna see if I can't hit him with some torpedoes. Nope, someone else got him. Okay, we survived the match. Okay, that was the Isakaze's Tier 3 versus AI. We did 29,000 damage, 17 targets hit with the cannon, 4 with the torpedoes, 3 incapacitated, 2 destroyed, 1 set on fire, 4 flooded, and 3 detected. Okay, now we go to the AI version. Alright, ready? Oh, wait a minute. Dang it, I always do that. Well, not always, but still. Let's put a camouflage on, and you know what? Let's see. Let's put a booster on there. There we go. Now we're all boosted up and ready for battle. I'm sorry. Keep jumping the gun on a few things. That was quick. Okay, map is Solomon Islands, domination. Okay, it's a small 4-on-4 batch. It's a small batch, 4-on-4. We got 2 destroyers and 2 cruisers. They've got 3 destroyers and 1 cruiser. Ensign Gabold and 2 class horns. We got a class horn, the Isukaze, me, and the Mikasa, and the St. Louis. Not sure if the person with the Ensign Gabold knows this, but the torpedoes aren't tactical nukes anymore. Let's see. And I am all by my lonesome. Oh dear. Well, logic would dictate the best thing to do is try to rejoin my flotilla, which means the other 3 players that way. I am getting an alert, though, that an enemy ship is over this way. Judging by that speed, probably a destroyer. Yep, he's already capturing C. I'm gonna head over here to A. Okay, this way. I'm gonna deploy smoke. I've got a fast torpedo reload, so I'm not too worried about it. OA, okay. Area A captured by allies. Ooh! We got someone there. Okay, he got me. Well, haha. Well, didn't do too much that time. There's a small batch, so kind of a letdown, really. Yeah. So they got a destroyer there. They've still got a cruiser, and they've got another destroyer there. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's head to the next. Let's head to the next ship, shall we? The next ship in line is the battleship. This is the Ishizuchi. She is a big battleship. As you can see, I've almost got her ready to upgrade. Well, several more battles, and I'll have her upgraded to the Tier 4 Congo. Let's see. Okay, by default, she's got 6 AA mounts. Hull B increases these mounts by 4. Or, no, 8. Gives her 14 AA mounts. The upgrade I've got on her is the secondary battery, which boosts her firing range and dispersion. Reduces dispersion. Which, well, if you can look at her side, she has got quite the number of secondaries along she has got quite a few secondaries in her casemate. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at her, shall we? Ammunition is, of course, no torpedoes for this battleship. She's got high explosive shells and armor-piercing shells. Consumables, she's got the damage control party, a repair party, health regeneration, and the enhanced secondary targeting. This further boosts the secondary cannons, boosts the shell grouping by 100%, and reduces dispersion by 50%. Lasts about 30 seconds. Takes 2 minutes and 37 seconds to recharge, and there's 3 consumables. She's got slots for 5 boosters. She's got a slot for the flag and for camouflage. Okay, survivability is excellent. Her health is 45,700. Her armor ranges from 13 millimeters to, at the thinnest, to 254 millimeters at the thickest. She has 4% torpedo damage reduction, so she does have some armor, torpedo plate, a torpedo bulkhead. Her artillery, she has got 5 twin mount 305 millimeter cannons. These have a range of 14.3 kilometers, a reload time of 25 seconds, a turn time of 36 seconds. HE damage, max HE damage is 5,200 with a 32% chance to set fire. That's no doubt probably due to my commander. And AP shell damage max of 8,000. Her secondaries, she has got 16 single mount 152 millimeter cannons. These have a firing range of 4.2 kilometers and a reload time of 10 seconds. AP shell, and these actually do armor piercing shell damage. These do not do all the other battleships we've seen so far have a second, or some of the cruisers actually have a secondary armament that does high explosive damage. This one does armor piercing damage. Max damage is 2,900. Her AA defense, let's see, she's got 8 twin mount 40 millimeter Type 91s. These are flat cannons. Okay, maybe I was wrong about the 25 being the standard Japanese AA earlier. Oh well, I can be wrong about things. I'm no expert, never claimed to be. She's also got 6 single mount 76.2 millimeter cannons. The 40 millimeters do a max damage of 67 per second, range of 2.1 kilometers. The 76 cannons have a damage of 10 per second and a range of 3.1 kilometers. Maneuverability is about what you'd expect of a battleship. She's faster though. Most battleships we've seen so far roughly do like the 20 knot, 22 knots. This one actually goes 28 knots. She has a turning radius of 740 meters and a rudder shift time of 12.9 seconds. Concealment is low. She is detectable by sea at 12.9 kilometers out, 14.3 after firing the main gun, and 14.9 when on fire. Detectability by air is 10.3 kilometers. Detectable after firing main gun is 16.4. So you are actually more detectable after firing your main gun than you are from the air than you are by sea. You fire your main gun, planes are going to spot you quicker before any other ships do. When on fire, your detectability is 13.3 kilometers. Guaranteed detectability is 2 kilometers. When firing in smoke, it's 9.8. So a difference, so baseline is 12.9. Firing in smoke is 9.8. That's a reduction of 3.1 kilometers. Okay, let's take a look at her armor, shall we? She's got six armor groupings. First, let's have a look at her fore and aft end armor. As you can see, she's got an armor belt right at the waterline. This ties into her citadel. This actually ties into her citadel and her torpedo bulkhead. Hang on, did we win that? Apparently we did. The St. Louis and the Mikasa carried the match for us. Huh. Although I did get the most, looks like I got the most experience. Yeah, I'm even 3,000. That's impressive. Anyway, okay. So to our armor. Fore-end armor belt is 76 millimeters thick. Her bottom is 30 millimeters. Fore-end plating, that's the whole armor of the ship in green, basically, is 19 millimeters thick. Let's see. That is, let's see, resists up to 102 millimeter HE damage. However, 102 millimeter AP can deal penetration damage. Alrighty. Alright, her deck ranges, okay, she's got a small section of her deck, looks like, that is kind of angled. Her deck armor ranges from 19 millimeters to 38 millimeters. That small section. Let's see. Her aft end armored belt, 76 millimeters, bottom is 30. The rear of the ship, the hull is 19, the deck is 19. So she has no athwart ship, so no collision bulkhead. Let's see, superstructure armor. She actually has, let's see, that's a rather concentrated superstructure armor, and she has two armored spots. The two armored conning towers. The first one is in the bridge, 76 millimeters. This bottom, the side ranges from 152 to 254. The conning tower top is 76 millimeters. Side plating is 13 millimeters. Top side plating is 13 millimeters. And let's see, her stern, yeah, let's see, conning tower side and top, that's her stern bridge. Her aft bridge, basically. Okay. Next up is her casemate armor. That's where her secondaries are. And if you'll look, you can definitely see, let's see. Yeah, you can see where the basic, okay, she doesn't have torpedo armor per se. You can see how the Citadel fits snugly in there. And then you've got the deck armor fore and aft and the armor belt that basically links into that. Okay, so her casemate armor, she starts with the athwart ships. See. Yeah, that's the athwart ship there. Ranging from 152 to 203 millimeters. So the top compartments are thinner than the bottom compartments, but of course the bottom compartments protect the Citadel. Next up is the armor belt. That ranges from 152 to 203. You have the deck. That's actually her weakest point, looks like. She's vulnerable to plunging fire and armor-piercing bombs. Deck ranges from 19 millimeters to 38 millimeters. The forward athwart ship is also goes from a solid 127 millimeters. Next up is her cannons. The rear plate, these are fully enclosed turrets, of course. Rear plate is 229. the barbette armor. That's the section that goes into the hull that houses the magazine and everything, the shells, the powder, and all that. Barbette armor ranges from 76 to 229 millimeters. The bottom plate is 38 millimeters. Frontal plate is 203 millimeters. Side plate is 203, and the top is 76 millimeters. So thin top, thick sides, thick bottom. Next is her auxiliary room. As you can see, actually the auxiliary room is kind of small when you compare it to others, but still it serves a purpose. See, the plating there is kind of thin, 19 millimeters. The deck is actually thicker. See, that section right there in yellow, that's actually thicker. That's the thicker armor at 38. The rest of it's thin at 19. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we take a look at the Citadel. Hang on a minute. Let's highlight that again. Yeah, the Citadel actually kind of lifts up a little bit. It actually comes out of the waterline a little bit. But let's take a look. Okay, Citadel athwart ship, her bulkhead, 203 millimeters. Let's see. Her bottom, that's the part that's underwater, the keel, it's 25 millimeters. Her deck, the top side, ranges from 19 millimeters at the thinnest to 38 at the thickest. Her forward athwart ship is 127 millimeters. She's got armored slopes, which are 19 millimeters thick. And then she's got the Citadel plating. That assists with the torpedo damage protection at 19 millimeters. Okay, let's go to the overview, shall we? Okay. Her perk is she's fast but compromising. So higher caliber AP may overpin but still arm. Again, depending on velocity. This is a vessel that was designed but was never actually built. This is one of the draft designs for a battle cruiser of the Imperial Japanese Navy that subsequently materialized as the Congo class. The ship had a high speed and impressive artillery. The arrangement of the main guns allowed her to fire a full broadside with all main battery guns. The known drawback of the ship design was her very weak horizontal... Excuse me. The biggest drawback is her weak horizontal armor. And she was designed in 1909, before World War I. Okay. We got our commander here. Which is Togo Heihachiro, if I'm correct, if again I'm pronouncing that correct. Now, at the moment, I have him queued as a carrier commander because I have not unlocked any Japanese battleship commanders or the Japanese carrier commander. His inspiration at the moment is George Dewey, which increases to torpedo detectability range. His base skill is good consumer. You know what? Hang on. Since we're doing like a secondary build with him, it'll take 7 battles, but let's see. All right. All right. First skill, of course, is No Fly Zone. This boosts our AA damage and the range. Second skill is Crisscross, which boosts our traversion speed for destroyers, cruisers, and battleships. Since this battleship does not have torpedoes, there is no reason to keep any sort of torpedo-related reloads, boosters, or anything like that on the ship. This is not a carrier, so no need for torpedo bomber. That kind of and the other skill is back in stock, so that kind of limits us to Velocitus, which increases our movement. Next is Burn Baby Burn, which affects our carrier HE bombs, which again we don't have. That limits us to steer clear or reaching out, which increases our range. And steer clear, let's boost our rudder shift time a little bit. And he is not legendary, so I don't have a legendary skill equipped. Yeah. Okay. Let's head out for the AI battle, shall we? Okay, map is Solomon Islands. This is Domination. Alright. 3 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 3 destroyers. Same map as we were last time. Let's see, what have we got? Okay, looks like we're all players. Kind of an up tier. We got some tier 4s in here. Let's go ahead and lock our turrets to the broadside position. Let's see, what have we got on our side? We've got the Königsberg, we got the Mutsuki in the lead, and we've got that. Well, we got well, looky here, we're riding with Texas. Alright. Let me unlock the turrets. And now that I've fired all HE, I'm going to reload to armor piercing right quick. Because apparently we are now in the middle of a slugfest. Got a Minikaze there. I'm going to go ahead and highlight him with my secondaries. That Omaha's just trying to sit pretty, I guess. Oof. And again, he is stopped. Well, that was it. Well, that was his mistake. Ooh, Mutsuki just got a devastating strike. And apparently that's the end of the match. Enemy team lost all their points. They had 2 battleships left, but they had already lost their whole fleet. 26,523 damage done, 13 hits, 1 destroyed, 2 Citadel hits. Alright. Now let's go ahead and head into the AI, shall we? Or head into standard. Now then, let's see. Yeah. Let's see. All right, there we go. Let's go. Excuse me for a second. Alright, map is Archipelago. Capture the base as the objective. That means we've got a base, they've got a base, and we got to capture it. This is a carrier match. Let's see. We've got the Langley, they've got the Langley. Let's see. We're up against another Isuzuchi. We've got an Arkansas and a Wyoming. There, let's see, the V175, the V170 and the Arkansas are in a division. And we got a division between the Wakatake and the Isle of Aurora, or Azure Line Aurora, a premium ship. Let's see. All right. We are paired with the Wix and the Dersky, the Russian destroyer. So Russian and American. There's our carrier behind us. Over here, we've got the Arkansas, the Tenryu, the Svietlana. There's the V170 and the Valkyrie. Gonna try and shift my turrets over. Yeah, we've been spotted. Huh. Come on, reload. Ooh, we made him pay for that one. Nope, that didn't work. try and get the reload going. So he slowed down. Kind of a smart move. Now he's just... Nope, now he's going in reverse. And that's the... And so... And... Das Svidanya Svetlana. Oh, we got both battleships coming at us. Let's see if I can't get a quick shot at the Wyoming. Ooh, almost. Wicks destroyed him with with flooding. Good work. All right, we've got another Isuzuchi. Let's see. The Citadel was right about there. Let's see if I can't hit it. Not quite. Our carrier is let's see. Our carrier is providing some support. Let's see if we can't. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's what he is. He's aiming for the carrier, I'll bet, or trying to. Okay, now our secondaries have kicked in. I'm gonna try and let's try to get that regen going. Activate the boost. And if need be, I'll ram this bugger. Ooh, almost, almost. But now it's going to take time for his guns to turn. He turned right into some torpedoes. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That was absolutely gorgeous. Oh. The enemy's okay, and that's the enemy fleet gone. We only got one kill, but hey, that was pretty good. I thought for sure it was going to come down to me ramming the other enemy battleship, but I guess not. We did 54,889 damage. Hit 37 times with the shells, destroyed 1, 2 Citadel hits, 24 secondary hits. Came in 4th place. Not bad, not bad. You gotta be kidding me. We wiped the enemy team. We wiped the opposing team. We didn't even lose a single player. Even our carrier survived. Good, great day in the morning. I ain't never really seen that before. That's impressive. Okay. Now then. Closing out the showcase of the Japanese fleet. Switching back to AI for a moment. We have the Hosho. Now then, let's go ahead and switch our commander back to carrier mode. Okay, let's see. Now, I have been playing with this ship, but not much. I don't have the upgrade unlocked. But the upgrade, the only thing it does is improve rudder time and increase health. And even then, not by much. Okay, so her loadout. She's got HE bombers. They are 6 per squadron. They attack in pairs. And torpedo bombers. Again, 6 per squadron, attack in pairs. 2 consumables. The automatic infinite damage control party with a cooldown, let's see, duration is 60 seconds, so 1 minute. Reload time of a minute 20 and a minute 28 seconds. And the combat air patrol fighter, 4 of those, they last 600 seconds. 120 seconds is 2 minutes. 240, that's 4 minutes. So it lasts roughly 5-6 minutes. Reload time of 39 seconds. Number is 4. She's got slots for 4 boosters. She's got a slot for a flag and for camo. Okay, stats. Survivability is 36. She's got 31,000 hit points. Her armor ranges from 6 to 20 millimeters. So more armor than a destroyer, but not as much as a cruiser. She's got 2 aircraft. Her torpedo bombers are the Yokosuka B4Y, and let's see, they have hit points of 1,626 hit points, top speed of 137 knots, Squadron 6, Attack Unit 2, detectability at 7.2 kilometers out, restoration time is 59 seconds, maximum torpedo damage is 5,700, torpedo speed is 45 knots, torpedo range is 3.5 kilometers. Okay, dive bombers. Aichi D1A1. Hit points are, let's see, I think these are the Val dive bombers, but I'm not sure. Hang on. But no, these are biplanes, so it can't be. Unless those are unless the World War II Vals were modified. Hit points 1545, maximum speed 139. They're 2 knots faster than the torpedo bombers. Squadron 6, Attack Unit 2. Detectability is 10 kilometers. Restoration time is 55 seconds. Maximum bomb damage is 85 with a 45% chance to set fire. No doubt also due to our commander's skill. Artillery. She's got a small secondary barrage of 4 single mount 140 millimeter cannons. These have a firing range of 3.5 kilometers and a reload time of 8 seconds. They deal HE shell damage only, 2,400 HE damage, and a chance of setting fire at 12%. Her AA guns, she's got 6 twin mount 13.2 millimeter machine guns. These deal 22 damage per second at a range of 1.2 kilometers. Maneuverability is pretty good. She's got a max speed of 25 knots. She can outrun a battleship, but not a cruiser, and she can outrun some of the earlier cruisers, but not destroyers. She's got a turning radius of 740 and a rudder shift time of 11.1 and a rudder of 11 seconds. Concealment is better than the battleship. Detectability is 10 kilometers. When on fire is 12.5. Detectability by air is 7.3. When on fire is 10.3. Guaranteed detectability is 2 kilometers. If you can get into a smoke screen and launch aircraft, you might be okay. Okay, next up is her armor. She's got 5 groupings of armor. First, we take a look at her fore and aft end armor. Her bottom, the keel, is 15 millimeters. Her hull plating is 13. And her deck ranges from 6 to 13. Her aft bottom, her keel, is again 15. So actually the keel is in the turquoise, the dark blue, as you can see highlighted. Everything else is in the light blue. Aft end plating, aft end deck. Next is her superstructure. As you can see, she's actually got her superstructure is actually kind of she's a flush deck carrier. The deck goes all the way through with no obstructions. Her bridge is actually, you see it in there? It's a tiny little green box. That's her bridge. On either side of the bridge are 2 of her 4 cannons. Conning tower side is 19 millimeters. Conning tower top is 12 millimeters. Okay, so she's thin armor on the top. You gotta get through the deck to get to her, get to the bridge. She's got her smokestacks, and in typical Japanese fashion, the exhaust system, instead of going straight up, vents out of the side. Side plating is 10 millimeters. Topside plating is also 10 millimeters. Excuse me. Next up, we have our casemate. And as you can see, you can actually see clear through the other side. You can actually see clear through the ship where the gun mounts are. These are her aft 2 guns. These are her forward guns. And her AA guns are mounted in these platforms that run along the deck. She's got what looks like 4 AA gun stations aft and 2 forward. And her cannons are not dual purpose, so she's got 2 cannons on either side protecting her. Okay, casemate armor. Athwart ships, both 6 millimeters, fore and aft. Her armor belt is 13 millimeters and her deck is 10 millimeters. So thin armor for the casemate. Her deck and the hangar, the deck, and all that count as auxiliary room. Plating is 10 millimeters. The deck goes from 10 to 13 millimeters. Lastly is her citadel. Her citadel is actually flush with the waterline. Let's see. The athwart ship is 6 millimeters. She's got an armor belt that runs along the side there. That's 20 millimeters. Her bottom is 20 millimeters as well. That runs into the keel. Her deck is also 20 millimeters. So, her athwart ship is actually, her athwart ship is actually her pretty much only weak spot with the citadel. But she does also have some extra plating at 15 millimeters thickness, as you can see there along the side that's glowing. Sorry. Alright, on to the overview. She's got 2 perks, one positive, one negative. She's got stealthy aircraft, which means her aircraft are very good at concealment, but they are feeble. They are very weak. Japanese aircraft never really put as much stock in armor as as their counterparts, the American Air Force did. The American Air Force built their aircraft with self-sealing fuel tanks, solid, rigid frames meant to get the pilot into combat, do the mission, and bring them home alive. The design of the Japanese aircraft was overall lacking any sort of armor whatsoever. They had high firepower and good speed, but they could pack a punch, but they couldn't take it. She was the first ship in the world to be specifically designed and completed as an aircraft carrier. All the other carriers we've seen up until now were either either after the whole show was built, or they were cargo ships or warships that were converted into aircraft carriers. This is the first special built carrier. This is basically the grandfather of all aircraft carriers. First ship to be designed as an aircraft carrier. She was moderately sized and could carry a small air group, had decent speed, and was only slightly inferior to a light cruiser in terms of armament. Entered service in 1922, and there was only one in the series. She's the only one of her type. Okay. Now then we're going to take her into AI, show that off, and then we're going to be going into PvP. I was about to say there was no shortage of carrier matches earlier. Wonder what's taking so long now. Okay, AI map. Okay, AI match. Map is ring. Capture the base. Alright. You can see her here in profile. Our flag is actually hanging off the side there. Okay, let's see. 6 players, including myself. 3 of our 4 destroyers are AIs, and we've got 2 divisions. Looks like cruiser, the Isokaze and the St. Louis, the Danae and the Orion. Okay. We're going to send up our torpedo bombers first. Let's wait until the squadron gets assembled. And now we push. But first, I'm going to move my carrier a bit. Going to let the group know where I'm going. Okay, there's a bomber squadron there. Okay, and we got a destroyer there. Okay, we dropped a torpedo. We've got 2 hits and we caused flooding. Let's loop back around. Adjust course and drop. We got 2 more hits, and everyone's gonna crowd in on that. Alright. Oh, we got spotted by somebody. Yep, destroyer there. Yeah, they are wailing on that battleship. And down goes the battleship. Yeah, the dive bombers are a little bit different for the Japanese. I have not played with them much, so as a result, I am not used to them. But what I am going to do is get the hell out of here. If there's one thing I absolutely hate, it's falling prey to destroyers. Okay, we incapacitated. Okay. Go ahead and turn. Because most likely he's already sent out destroyer. He's already sent out torpedoes. Turn, you bastard, turn. Yep, we're gonna catch everything here. Nope, not everything. But we're hit. Well, we got a hit on the destroyer, but we're dead. But I'm going to see if I can't finish off that Valkyrie. Looks like I am. Well, and everyone's going after the carrier. Go figure. Yeah. Everyone goes after the carrier. Leaves the base wide open. And as a result, if a carrier is in support, it gets wiped out. Yep, there's the Valkyrie. Might as well watch the match because I can't do the carrier until the match is over. And that's a darn AI destroyer too. Alright, that's the end of that. That's the end of the AI match. So as you can see, the dive bombers, apparently they take a bit of getting used to. It looks like you need to lead your target a lot more. But it looks like torpedoes might be the way to go with the Japanese carrier. 22,000 damage, 4 detected, 6 hits with torpedoes, 3 incapacitations, 1 destroyed, 2 caused flooding, 2 defended. Yeah. Okay, first let's put some boosters on. Gonna put some camouflage on. That's kind of funny. Red, white, and blue. How in the world does that count as camouflage when you probably stand out quite a bit? But, who knows? Let's see. Let's do the Regia Marina. Let's do the Italian camouflage. Okay, flags are out, boosters are set. Yeah. We have not done enough to get an upgrade. So, here we go. Hang on a minute. One more thing before to check. Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let's move that over 1. Okay. Here we go. Hmm. 50 seconds to queue up a match. You know, I might be the only person who thinks of this. Probably the only person who would think of this for World of Warships Legends or World of Warships in general, but a match template with more than just one carrier, because I mean historically some actions had had 2 or more carriers. Hell, Pearl Harbor had 6 Japanese carriers. The Battle of Midway had 3 American carriers against 4 Japanese carriers. Let's see. Okay, so we got a Romulus and a Grief. Let's see. The Hosho versus Hosho. We got a division, the Shenyang, Isokaze, and the Orion. Alrighty. So, I'm probably just gonna spam the hell out of the torpedo bombers. And I think this is the same map as earlier. Three destroyers, 3 cruisers, 2 battleships, and a carrier. Let's get the squadron assembled, and away we go. Okay, we reported the enemy's one of the enemy's battleships. There's the Grief. Let's see if I can't knock this tier 1 ship out of here. I mean, it's kind of mean, but... There's... Ooh! Got first blood. Sorry, buddy. Kindness is not necessarily I was gonna try and... Well, we got one hit. Let's see if we can't get one last hit. Yeah, he had already stopped. Let's go ahead. We're gonna spam another squadron here. We only got 5 airborne. Looks like the whole fleet headed north. I got 2 hits. Shit. Well, looks like I might have to switch to bombers after all. There goes the Friant. SOWxRogueDragoon's just got a devastating strike against the Corbeil, and there goes the other battleship. So all that's left is 2 destroyers, the cruiser, and the carrier. Okay, that Romulus just took out our SOWxRogueDragoon. Let's get an engine let's get an engine cool down done. Wakeful just took out the St. Louis. We got an incapacitation. Not quite, again, not quite certain what an incapacitation is supposed to be. All I know is that it doesn't seem to do shit. Okay, we got our torpedo bombers back ready. Okay, we've taken out the enemy fleet. All that's left is the Wakeful. Yep. Couldn't even get the words out of my mouth and it was done. Okay, I'm going to loop about, try to see if I can't get my carrier into the enemy base. Meanwhile, send my torpedo planes out. Let's do a little scouting, shall we? See if we can't find the enemy's carrier. Okay, just saw some bombers take off. There he is. Send up my dive bombers now. We did some pretty good damage with 2 torpedoes. Again, like I said though, I don't really know the strengths of the dive bombers over the torpedo bombers with the Japanese carrier. So for me, I guess the torpedo bombers are the best solution. Okay, we already got somebody capturing the base. And the whole show, the enemy host show, is getting absolutely hammered on all. Looks like it's getting absolutely hammered. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get some darn bomb hits in. Let me get that last torpedo squadron airborne. Yeah, he's sending up everything he's got. That destroyer is what's closing in real fast. Oop, cruiser got him. Well, that's the end of the match. Okay, so we did 31,436 damage. We detected 7 torpedo hits, 4 incapacitation, 1 destroyed, 1 flooded. We got first blood. So yeah, a 420 Rhino. Sorry, man. yours was the first ship I saw. But other than that, that actually looked like that was actually a pretty good match, don't y'all think? Okay, so anyway, that was it for the Japanese showcase for the Tier 3 ships. Let's see, the next ships in line looks to be the Germans. So, the next showcase video we'll be doing will be the Germans. Hope y'all enjoy. Y'all have a good night. Always remember to, and for those of you who watch this after the stream's over, and if you like it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. And drop a comment. I'm always eager to, I'd always like to talk back with someone. All right, y'all have a good night.